Hey people, welcome back. Christmas tree in the background. It's nearly Christmas time. I know it's kind of end of November now, but anyway, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the ECU flashing service from 2WDW Works. I've done my research. I trust these guys. I've watched lots of their YouTube videos. They are the guys to go to for an ECU remap as far as I'm concerned. And they have a sale from now until the end of November. So if you want to get your ECU reflashed, you've got an exhaust on there, you want to make sure your bike is healthy, then use this, grab yourself $50 off. And I've done the same. I've just placed my order. That doesn't mean I have to send my ECU off straight away. I can send it whenever I want to, but if you want to bag this price, $50 off the usual price, then go ahead and grab it before the end of November. They have not sponsored me. This is just me talking to you. If you want to grab this price, go ahead before the end of November. My bike has the Akrapovic race exhaust on there, which is why I want this ECU reflash. I want to make sure that the engine is healthy and working as efficiently as it can do. That's the main reason for me getting this. And it looks like the gains are reasonable. Stock bike, probably making, what does that say? Somewhere in the region of 65 brake horsepower. With this ECU reflash with my exhaust and a snorkel delete, which we can talk about a little bit later. We got some good gains up towards the 72, 73 brake horsepower mark, and some good gains in the mid-range torque. So it's going to be good. I'm excited to see what it feels like, and I'm going to grab the ECU out of the bike in a minute. I'll show you that, and we'll get it shipped off when we can. It won't be right now because I've got some trips abroad to go and do, but we've bagged in this price, and if you want to do the same thing, I recommend you go ahead and place your order. Just whilst I'm here, we haven't talked about the R9 on this channel. There's been plenty said about the R9, and I'm not here to add anything more than what's already been said, other than I think this is a great package. Would I have bought this if I didn't have the R7? Maybe, but you know, it depends what your budget is. If this is in your budget, it's going to be a really great package. It's going to be a really good bike. The electronics on this thing are legit and above what you're going to get on the R7. You're going to have a great time on the R9, I'm sure. So for all those that have ordered one, good luck to you, and I look forward to seeing some content of that in the 2025. It's going to be interesting to see how it does in the racing paddock in the World Supersport stage. I'm very excited to see what it can do up against the Ducatis and, you know, 600s, etc. But it looks really fun, it looks really good. The wings I'm not a big fan of, but whatever. At this point all bikes have wings now, and it would be nice if they were some kind of optional thing that you could have wings or not, but hey, whatever. We've got Bitcoin up at $100,000, which I never thought I could say. I got into crypto like 2017, and seeing it at this price level is kind of ridiculous, but I've always had the faith in it. I knew it could do it, and we might be scraping off a few a bit of this to take some profits into our race season next year. We will see. Hold on to that thought, and fingers crossed we can go even higher. And but I expect a little bit of a rebound here. We seem to have double topped towards the 98,000, 99,000 mark. So I expect a little bit of a retrace. We're probably going to retest some levels before we break the 100,000 mark. If you want to know more about crypto, if you're interested in that, comment below. But anyway, the main point is that if you want to get your ECU reflashed, now is a great time to go ahead and bag this price from 2WDW Works. Okay, so we're back at the bike. I've got the little camera on board, so I'm going to just show how I'm getting the ECU out of the bike. So I've already taken some steps to remove the seat. I already had my battery removed from the bike, so that was easy enough. It's a good idea to disconnect the battery whilst you're unplugging things like the ECU and stuff like that. So that's my advice, is to do that. And then I've removed all the bolts, the easy to get to bolts of the side fairings, and that hasn't allowed it to completely come off because there's one last bolt in there which I haven't got yet, but I can tease the plastic, look, out of the way, sufficient for me to get the ECU out. So there's a little clip on the ECU right here, there's a little tab to press down and then pull the lever of the plug backwards, and then it should pop off. Now there is a rubber strap that goes across the ECU, and I haven't quite figured out how that works perfectly, but we are now able to lever out the ECU. Be very careful with all these pins in here. So okay, so there's like a tab here that pushes down onto some plastics both sides, so that's how that works. All right, so the ECU is out. We're going to get this packaged up and ready to send off to 2W Dynaworks, and cannot wait to try this later and see how she runs. But yeah, I haven't really touched the bike since, well, for a while now. It's just been sat here keeping warm in the garage through the winter, and well, it's not too bad out there, but it's not really riding weather for me at this point. For those of you that were interested in the truck developments, so I'm standing this far back so you can't see too much detail, but I did finally get rid of the rust arch, paint over that, got a new bumper on the back, so that's nice and shiny. Painted the bottom lip of the tailgate because that was a bit rusty, so we painted that up, and looking a little bit fresher at least. It's not perfect by any means, but it is, you know, just an old truck. We've still got issues with the door to sort out. I'm just trying to look for a new door basically, I think, rather than trying to reskin it. But anyway, so that's the truck. This is the R7, sat here waiting for its fresh ECU flash. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you can grab that deal, if you're looking to do this, I would suggest you get that price locked in, and then you can get yours shipped out whenever you want. But yeah, that was my tip for today, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now.